Hey, hey, y'all. Happy Tuesday. I'm so glad to be here. And Jenny is with me here today. Hey,
Hey,
Jenny.
hey.
Yeah, so welcome to Cleaning Life with Kia. Welcome to Cleaning Life with Kia. My name is Kia Smith. I am the owner of Help Now. It's a cleaning slash home management company here in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area. And I'm using this platform to just share knowledge, educate, give people tips, um, promote my business, just just help some people. So tonight, I'm excited about tonight's episode. We're gonna do a visual of what it is that we do. So I have this business. I've had it for maybe about 6, almost 7 years, and Jenny joined about what, maybe like 3 years now.
Yep, almost three.
Yeah, almost 3 years now, and so it has been a journey. Um, the work is not for the weak. It is not for the faint. Would you
I
agree?
agree.
Yes.
You gotta have a heart for what you do. And we do.
Yes. So we love helping people. We love people in general, but that's all fine and well and cozy feelings, but there's some hardcore work that goes behind it. So, typically, all people see are like the results. They're like, oh my gosh, it's so wonderful, yada yada yada. But it takes a whole lot more than what people think. And so I wanted to take this opportunity and use tonight's episode to um, show you how it's done. We want to show y'all how it's done. So we want to show you what we do and how we do it. And then also, we want to show you how it's done just in case there is a cleaning or decluttering project that you want to do on your own. And you just kind of need an idea of the mental process and steps that we take as we um, you know, make it happen because it always looks nice and it feels nice. But all of the time, we get so many questions all the time. People want to know. People want to know, what did you do? How did you do it? How long did it take? Did you do this? Did you do that? It'd be like a ton of questions. So I felt like it would just be easier if we would just take you on this journey, on this visual journey, and show you how it's done. So we're just gonna slide through some pics, and we're just gonna show you some things that we've done, and yeah. So that was a gas stove that had not been cleaned in forever. Um,
The dreaded stove.
the dreaded stove. So typically, I get, I don't get designated to the kitchen, but for whatever reason, now there's a flow. Let's see, we have a few more pics of how it looked before and during. Let's see. Okay, so that was kind of after I got started um, into the project. Um, but typically we kind of navigate. Yes, that's the picture with without the eyes on them. So that's what it looked like, and it was tough. um you weren't here um on this one. Me and the boys were on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But so you have your kitchen stove. um so honestly, I don't even know what I use to clean it. It looks good. Whatever I did a good job. because I literally got it as clean as it could get. Yeah, that's another
Ooh,
before. Yeah, it was tough. Like it hadn't been clean. I mean, and the client, like they are always really transparent, and they're honest because they're really trying to, find a solution. But I honestly, I don't know what I clean. So if you have something, oh yeah,
wow.
there you go. So if you have something that you use that works, um use that. I don't know what I used, honestly. I was just trying to get through it, because it was a lot. Now I have my cleaning solution and it works wonders. It would have
Amen.
did, yeah, it would have did the job, but I
Wow.
didn't have it at that time. So you can dust all that stuff off of the stove. People get irritated. Well, people don't get irritated. Clients don't. But if I'm at home, I know other people get irritated. Like when you dust stuff on the floor, but like you have a bunch of crumbs and debris on the stove, you can use a vacuum hose. You can suck up all that extra stuff and get that off. Um, Use whatever solution. Um, and we didn't do the inside that day. I didn't do inside the oven that day. It was just a general cleaning. So um, it was just the top only, but we got it as clean, literally,
That
as
looks
it.
great.
Yeah, yeah. Um, okay, so your refrigerators. People don't like to clean the refrigerator, and I get it. I understand. But everything, and really, there's supposed to be an order of how your food is supposed to be placed. You shouldn't have a pack of raw chicken on the top shelf. So the chicken juice will drip to other things in the refrigerator. Everything's ruined.
That's a great tip. Not a lot of people know that.
Yeah, it's a way, that you're supposed to stage your food so that you will be, keep yourself safe. Um, and then you have um the inside of the refrigerator. So everybody's refrigerator door look the same.
It
Do
does.
yours look like
It
that?
looks just like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's ketchup, it's whipped cream, it's mustard,
Juice.
juice,
Yeah.
everything. So yep, and then you always have like you got meat on top of eggs here. You have leftover food, and the bottom is no telling what be in those drawers,
Mm.
um,
Or under them.
or under them. So okay, so when you're cleaning the refrigerator, depending, be honest with yourself. If it's gonna take you a while, if you feel like it's gonna be a while, I thought about you can put your food in either like a cooler
Yeah.
so that it won't get too warm while it's out, or some of those cooler bags, and put some things in there while you're cleaning it out. And to really be effective for cleaning, you have to pull all that stuff out. You cannot surface clean. Um, you have to take everything out. You have to check for the expiration dates on everything. I mean, it's the best time to do it anything anyway. Um, you have to take those fixtures out. Be careful when you're doing it. The first thing I ever broke, I said the first thing, like I be breaking stuff all the time. I've broken two things since I've been in business, and it was glass. And the first thing was the glass at the bottom of the refrigerator that sit on top of those
Yeah.
drawers. And yeah, we were out in Muskogee,
Yeah.
and I don't know what I did. I put some, I think the water, or I don't know what I did, but it shattered into a gabillion pieces. So just be careful when you're taking out fixtures and stuff like that. But yeah, all those racks and stuff like that, you got to take them out and clean. And yes, you got to look,
That
yeah,
looks amazing.
yeah, you got to
Brand new.
you got to get down there, and you got to clean that stuff. And I mean, you have to really, when you're doing any type of cleaning, you have to have a different mindset. Like
Yeah.
you have to understand that, okay, maybe even if you don't like cleaning, I have to clean it. It has to get done, and I'm gonna make good on it. I'm gonna do a good job. And that's the attitude that we take, every time, we service a client. I want to clean their refrigerator like I would clean my own. you
And
know.
you want to be able to open the refrigerator and take inventory of, the things that you may be out of or some staples that you need to replace. And just giving it a good clean it's always helpful in that area.
Yep, and it helps you from buying duplicates of the same
Yep.
thing because it's like how many containers of relish do you need?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or ketchup or any of that stuff. But when everything is just shoved in there some any kind of way, um, you can't tell what's going on. And then you're wasting your money, because you're gonna end up throwing that stuff out anyway. So, you have all sour cream and cheese and all that stuff. Yeah, there it is. Racks were taken out, everything was washed and wiped down. And then guess what? You've gone through all your expires and you can put things back in there properly. Um, and it smells good, it looks good. And really at this point, it just needs to be maintained. Certain things should go in different area in certain areas and just maintain it from that point. So
I've even seen people go so far as to they have smaller children, they could put labels on like your snacks go here or your juices go here.
yep,
And with a clean canvas, it's really easy to do that.
yep.
Oh, that looks so good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, love the
Yes.
bathroom.
So okay, we're gonna okay, so this one is of the shower. And these pictures are um the ones that you've seen so far are all in the same home. So yes, this is also pre-concoction. And like you can see all that dried up mildew. Okay, so funny story about this house and this shower and this bathroom. So typically, for whatever reason, we gravitate to certain places all the time. We can all clean any room, but I always gravitate to the kitchen.
Yeah.
You like always gravitate to the bathrooms, and it's the same thing with Samaj. Like they always kind of gravitate to the bathrooms, and I'm just the kitchen person.
You are.
Yeah, yeah.
You've mastered.
So this this day, Samaje was with me, and Samaje can clean. So, like I said, this is like pre-concoction. So I'm telling you, everything I own so far, cleaning wise, it was not working. Samaje was in there. Them kids be wearing them hoodies, and it was summertime. He in the bathroom sweating.
It gets hot, especially when you're putting some muscle
I mean,
into it.
he in there scrubbing his life away, his soul. I saw his soul float away. And so you have to know Samadre, like he'll get frustrated easy because he doesn't understand stuff like this. Like I'm a mom and I have kids and we've lived life.
Yeah.
So I don't judge. I know what this is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like I be on them kids, but I would never let it get like that. I'm always on their butt about making sure. So in his mind, he cannot comprehend it. Like he couldn't, he just couldn't comprehend it. And when I tell you he was so mad in there, he was mad, he was hot, he was scrubbing, he was so
And
mad.
it wasn't coming.
And it was not coming clean. Oh my gosh. Cool. Like, so on this, and you'll see it at some point. And I'm gonna tell you too, it taught me a lesson that day. That was the day that I knew I had to create my own product. Like that shower right there, because it's like shower, you're not gonna beat me.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna beat me. It's me versus the shower, and the shower is not gonna win. But that shower made me develop the concoction, and the clip will come up where you'll see it. Okay, so you're cleaning your bathroom. Rule of thumb, and that's in any room of the house. Bathroom, I'm gonna say the same thing when we get back to some more kitchen picks. You got to take everything off of that countertop.
Yeah.
Don't go to rolling up stuff and shoving stuff in corners and surface clean. Like you have to get that stuff and get it out of the bathroom. A lot of people think stuff have to be in special places. Let me tell you what I be doing. Because everybody don't have like fancy stuff in their house. Everybody don't have a whole bunch of space. So I'll take a towel. We have a bunch of cleaning towels all the time. Take some towels and lay it across a hard surface. Even if we have to use the floor, we will. and we put that stuff down and out of the way so that we can clean the entire sink properly. Yeah, that was more pictures of that shower. So yeah, so that's the stuff that came off the shower. So after Samaje scrubbed it and it didn't budge, we had to go in and like we had to kind of peel it off. We didn't damage the walls or anything like that. Nothing was damaged.
Just built up
Just
over time soap scum.
stuff soap
Yeah.
scum. But I mean, we got it clean, clean.
Wow.
Yep, we got it clean. We went over it with I think a lemon oil finish so that it wouldn't accumulate so bad. And the same thing for the countertop. You're gonna have to take everything out of the shower. You're gonna have to scrub everything. No surface cleaning where you're just wiping around things, but it's just a difference. And as you can tell, she bought new shower curtains. She felt so good. She knew that the project was going to turn out good. She knew it was going to be super duper clean. She went and bought new things for her bathroom so that it could feel good. And I mean, at some point later, she sent me a text message and she was just thanking the business for making her home feel like home again. So even, it's always worth it, you know.
Always, even the toughest jobs.
Yeah, it's always every single one. It's always worth it. Let's see. Okay, so we did do the stall. So basically, the next pictures you're gonna see is just pictures over the entire kitchen. So this is the kitchen in its entirety before it got clean. So you see, everything's on the countertop, paper towels, Clorox wipes, bowls. You got stuff on the sink. You got stuff, for baby bottles. That's a wider view, just how the countertop looked before. So, stuff on the table, lived in.
Yeah.
People living in their house. I'm explaining it, but y'all know, go look in your own kitchen, look just like that. Lived in. And so that's after. And again,
It's
totally.
organized.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
organized. She had a grandbaby there. I moved. She doesn't have a whole lot of countertop space. So you just have to make do with what you have. Everybody's house is different. You have to take everything out um off of the countertop. I moved the baby stuff to the left of the sink so that it wouldn't get caught in the chaos of everything that was on the right of the sink. But you have that space in the middle where you need to chop up some onions and bell pepper, whatever. You have a little space to prep your stuff.
And it's good too when you do take everything off of the counters. Like you always have a clean slate. You can look at your canvas and you can say, where can I put this, or could I move this to make it more efficient, or would it give me more room here? Or
Yep,
that's always the funnest part to me about cleaning is figuring out,
where stuff go,
where can we put it?
and the clients for the most part they just give us full,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
creative, whatever to do whatever. They be like, however you would do it at your house, I want you to stage it that way. Because a lot
Yeah.
of times people really don't know. They be like, I just got the stuff on the counter. Her son, he may have been about maybe 3 or 4 years old. His little table was in the kitchen. So she, wanted her stuff to, still kind of have the same setup, but just wanted it to have a good clean. And of course, gotta sweep those floors, vacuum those floors real good and mop them. That's the last thing that you want to do after you clean it real good. But it looks like um, a different kitchen, especially with that stove.
Oh yeah. That's so amazing.
Okay, so
Oh,
yes,
my favorite.
yes, it's one. Yeah, it's mine too. So this is another shower project, and this was after that first shower got me and I created a cleaning solution. We were able to use that on this project. So, people, are judgy sometimes, a lot of times, most of the time. And this lady was very ill. And how long did she say she was in the hospital?
Oh, what, a year?
Like a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even before that, just nothing could get done.
And she wasn't
So
able to do it herself. And
no,
she had caretakers and stuff. So
it was just one of those situations. And after some time, that's just was gonna happen. Um, so I was really excited. Like I was like, if this stuff work like I know for it to work, like this is gonna put it to the true test, and it did. So um, I actually took a white paintbrush, and yeah, that's me applying it, and I just coated the whole. It was a big bathroom. Um, and like I said, this work is not but a week. We've made people cry before.
This
Like
was one of those times. I think I wanted to cry because I was like, "This is amazing! Like, this is a product you created that, and look what it did."
no, I'm talking about how to work be
I
hard.
mean,
No, I'm talking about how to work be hard in
oh,
Savannah.
oh
Right?
yeah, oh that too. But yeah, oh girl, yeah, it ain't easy. You see her getting down in these pictures, bending down, reaching up. I mean, it's hard work,
Yep, but
physical.
it is. It's a lot of work. So, be mindful, when you're doing this, that if you want it to yield a certain look, like you're gonna have to mentally prepare yourself and physically prepare yourself. Know that you're not gonna go in there like you may be sweating after you're done cleaning, you know.
We usually are.
Yeah. And so that's I've expanded my line. I've talked before about my cleaning solution that I created. And so it was just a small little kit at first, but I knew that it was going to be good and people will want more.
It's phenomenal.
So I have a 32 ounce and 2 quart ounces that I'm going to start pushing through here soon. So that was, we just finished like a cleaning project. So that's just cleaning, just a walkthrough of like what we do when we clean. So this is a declutter project.
Ooh.
Do you
Oh,
remember what you thought when you saw that for the first time?
listen, I'm taking my glasses off. I'm not afraid of many things. Being a mom of four, we've seen a lot of things with kids, but sometimes when you see these things, it's like, oh, this is what we're doing? Okay. And then we concocted a plan.
Yeah, and it worked, but it's like at this time when I took this, like looking back, I can't even believe that I accept. I mean, I love a challenge and I know it could be done. I knew it
Yeah.
could be done. So there wasn't like a question, but like that's a lot of work. And there it was just only two people. It was just
Yeah.
only Jenny and I.
And that was one room.
And there
That
was
was,
only one room. And when I tell
yeah.
you stuff was under stuff, that was under stuff, like there was no walking space.
And even these, yeah, that's all the stuff that was coming out, and it was amazing because I was like, wow, all of this was in here.
Yep. So it's like, y'all, if anybody is dealing with anything like this, like people people had these type of situations. And if you don't want to hire or don't have the funds to hire someone, but you really need it done, like you can get it done. Trust me, if we can do it and it was just two of us,
Yeah.
you can definitely do it. You're gonna have to start by um, pulling everything out.
Everything.
um when I went to do the assessment initially, like I'm just taking a mental view of everything I see. And so when you're looking at a declutter project and you like walk into a room, your mind, your eyes need to scan the majority of what it is that you see. So a lot of times for sure in this project, when I scanned the room, I already knew it was gonna be a lot of trash. I knew because I don't know if it used to be a garage and they did something with it. I don't know, but it was like a decent sized room, but it had a washer and dryer in there as well. So they used it for a laundry room and whatever else. I don't know what they used it for. But I knew with the washer and dryer in there too, of course, it's gonna be a lot of clothes, a lot of trash, a lot of paperwork.
And they hadn't used that washer and dryer.
They didn't.
No, I remember her saying that they didn't use it, like they couldn't get to it. You
Oh
remember?
wow.
Like it was, and that's the same room. Like,
Yep.
if you're looking at this, this is the
Yep.
same room
Yep.
after we removed everything.
And after in this picture here, this wasn't even the after. This was
Mm-hmm.
the during because a lot of that stuff it had to go back in. That yeah, that's the end result. Like the stuff. So, but she still had space. She had way more space. She had room to walk. She can wash her clothes now. Um,
Then the kids had like a little art area, or like where they had their little arts and crafts stuff. When they're like a table somewhere up against the wall. Yeah,
mhm,
right on
mhm,
that side.
mhm. So the camera can't capture everything, but it had order, it had functionality. It's not gonna look like like when other people are looking at it, it's not gonna look like picture perfect. Like you're gonna have some stuff sticking out. And this is just using the stuff that they had. Like nobody went out and bought bins. You can do with it what you want to do with it. Our last garage project, she went out and bought a bin holder,
Yeah.
so that gave her space and it made things look a lot neater. In this case, she didn't buy anything. Everything that we used in there, we repurposed it and we
Yeah.
just, had to just, you know, and that's what I tell people. A lot of times you just have to use what you have because people can't afford
Yeah.
to go out and buy all this expensive stuff. How long does it take for a job like this? I don't even remember how long. How long was that job?
At least I want to say it was almost 6 hours. Like it
That's
was
what I was
just you
thinking.
and I that day, and we didn't stop.
No, like, and when I say stop, like
Mm-mm.
bathroom, water, like nothing. Um,
But I think oftentimes we're in the mindset of we can see what they see, but we visualize the ending that
mhm,
they can't see.
mhm.
And so we just continually work on that until it's in fruition.
Yep, yep. So typically, I make it like a rule of thumb. Like I, we've never um done like an 8-hour job. Like I would never. That's crazy.
I think six is our max.
I think 6 is like our max. And I love that it's handled that way. First of all, I'm not trying to be in nobody's house all day like that. I want to go home to my own. You
Yeah.
know, um, and I have to say that first too because like we have the business, but we have a life and we're
Yeah.
human. And um, you know, and then other the clients they have stuff they have to do too.
Yeah.
They have to get on, and especially with a declutter, you have to be hands on. Um, and then you get tired because everybody see the before pictures, they'll see the after pictures, and it's like a blink of an eye, it's done. Well, guess what? It is not a blink of an eye for us.
No.
Like I'm telling you, like we have been, and it doesn't happen often. Like we take great pride, humbly,
Yes.
in the work that we do. But there have been some projects that have, we were shook, and that was one that last declutter. But the good thing about that is that it's been like downhill from there. I don't think have we had anything to that extreme.
I would say maybe the commercial property.
Okay.
I think that's probably the closest because it was just so physical
Yeah.
and huge.
Yeah.
And that was in Savannah Crab
Yeah. Yeah.
because it was a lot, but it was amazing.
Yep. And and like I said, it's not for the faint. It's not for the weak.
Mm-mm.
So we love it. Like honestly, I have a natural, pure, like attraction to like cleaning and decluttering. And so does Jenny. So it works. So and then it's funny because we have children. So then in my mind, I'm like, okay, let me see, who picked up on the gene,
Mm-hmm.
like who likes it. Um, Samaje, you know what? When he helped and worked and he did his job because he know he didn't want to hear my mouth and he know how I am about this business. But just so far as like doing it now that I don't need him like that, it's good. He can help out from time to time, but like I said, he's the one, his mind can't conceive um how life is and how
Yeah.
houses get the way that they get. He'd be like, nah, this don't even make no sense. And I'm like, dude, you can't. He come in here. Uh-uh. So Caden, I tried one time with Caden and his face, we hadn't even started. We hadn't even started the project yet, and his face was toe up at the door. Like,
I, and just when you know somebody is just not feeling it,
it,
like
it don't work. And then um so Savannah, Jenny's daughter,
yeah.
now she cold with the decluttering. Now,
Oh
if
yeah.
it's a declutter project, oh, she with it. But I think the first time that we had her and I had her out trying to test out, like her cleaning abilities, it was on a commercial property
Yeah.
and she literally cried.
More
Like,
than one.
like it put her to tears, honestly. And like, oh my God, that was the funniest thing because look, I didn't even have time too much to be too sympathetic because
Uh-uh.
like we still had to finish the job. Look, and then she was just, you know, and she's so sweet. So she's worrying about like, first of all, she just said, "Look it, I can't
She's,
do it."
she's like, I can do
But then she felt bad because like
this.
she outside
Yeah.
crying.
And we're working our faces
We
off.
working our faces off
I
because
think you
that
said,
was
"Come on, Savannah,
go-
get it together."
get it
Yeah.
together. Like I gotta go back and I gotta check behind you because like I know you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like and gotta make sure that the client is happy. So at that time I don't even feel nothing and I
Mm-mm.
don't feel no type of way. Like I don't ever, it's just for me, it's getting the job done. Let's get it done. But like she
Yeah.
cried. Samaje can't understand. Kaden don't like people.
Kabai is amazing.
And Kavai is amazing. Kavai is amazing. So I do have one
Yeah.
son, and this is his thing.
Oh yeah.
Like this is
He's
his
got the bug.
thing. Like he's got it. Like he loves it. And it was crazy because this past weekend, the one that loves it so much, and he always worked. He had a learning curve. He had a little
Yeah.
teachable moment, and I'll just be transparent because people, they always tell you the good things about their businesses and everything good, and this nothing is ever slightly negative. Or like I said today, I've broken a glass before. I've broken two because the last garage declutter we did,
Oh
it was a freestanding, and it really was my fault because like
yeah.
it was stuff was kind of stuffed in a corner and you declutter and stuff, like sometimes you don't know what's gonna fall out. And so that glass just, I mean the client wasn't messed up because it was back there since, but you know what I'm saying, it wasn't a big deal. But
I broke him off.
yeah, you broke my
You did? I did.
stuff happened. Stuff happened. And so, but I'm gonna tell you how good people are on the back end too. So actually the client who he had the learning curve with was the same house. I broke the glass, and the client continues to call. So I'm gonna just tell
Yeah.
you just how we're all in this human thing together. So it wasn't for a declutter. This last time it was for cleaning. And so Kavai had the bathroom and he missed some spots. And he did. And she sent me a text message and she told me about it, which it made me almost want to cry with like gratitude and joy because people love to say something negative. They cannot wait. People love to find fault, but everybody's not that way. I love for people to communicate,
Yeah.
so I appreciated her. But she could have went off. She could have been bad talking, and it wasn't like major or anything like that. But it was something that needed to be addressed, and I'm glad she did because if you don't tell somebody, if you just run off and you don't say nothing and you disappear, or and that's your choice. But you're not giving the other person the opportunity to apologize or rectify the problem. So he missed some spots. I asked her to shoot me a few pictures of whatever it was, and she did that. Um and so as Kavai is like hearing what's going on, he's understanding that I made a mistake or whatever. And all his face, it was just so, and he's such a sweet kid and he wants to do his best and he does. But I said, hey dude, like stuff it happened. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go back and we're going to do that whole bathroom again. You make things right, is what you do, but things happen. And I said, I need you to understand that if someone says something or has constructive criticism or yada, 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 whatever the case may be, it's not for you to take it to heart. It's not for you to get offended, ingest what you're supposed to ingest, and you do better, you apologize, you do better, and you move on. And it was such a beautiful thing. I saw so much because he learned something. It
And the client appreciates it.
Yes, and I appreciated the client.
Yeah.
I appreciated her, and she's a business owner as well, so she understands. But everybody isn't that way, and we go out here, but we're not perfect. Mistakes can and will be made because we are not void of error. We're human.
And the feedback helps us evolve. It helps us make adjustments wherever they need to be made, because you don't just want to just have good things all the time. Like it's not the real deal. It's not the truth. And like she said, we're going to make mistakes and stuff, but that feedback from the client helps us learn how to correct those, and communication, and that's what brings people back.
Yep. So it's all well. We just wanted to share that with you and just kind of visually show you that if just us two, can get out here and tackle cleaning jobs like the visual you saw, and especially like those declutters, if we can do it, yeah. If we can do it and you really need help, and if you have friends, where these
Yeah.
friends at, you know yeah, it's just two of us. So if you're like struggling, like especially like with the declutter, you got some stuff like that going on, that's when your friends are supposed to show up. You do what you want, but if we did that in about shy of 6 hours, just think if it's for y'all and you have a plan. Okay, we're gonna go through and get trash. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna have a pile for this. We're gonna haul this off. Whatever plan that you come up with, just make sure that your friends are there or family members to just help you execute it. It won't take long. Nope, it's not pleasant, but you can make it as fun as you want it, because even though it'd be a lot of work, we have a lot of fun. Like we be having too much fun, and like some of those houses, they put us to the test, but like we overcome every obstacle. There's
Yep.
never a cleaning project or a decluttering like we told someone we couldn't do it or wouldn't do it, or we were knee deep in it and we gave up, and it always turned out really, really well. So those pictures were just to let you know that, yes, if you wanted to hire a stellar, honest, amazing business to come in your home and do some of those things to your home, you can. Or, you can watch the video again and just kind of take some stuff in and do it yourself. And thank you for being
Thanks for
here.
having me.
I know it feels so late and we've been working all day and
Oh,
it's time. So I really appreciate you helping
thank
everything
you.
you
I
do.
appreciate you and helping out.
So
Love it.
yes, and we love y'all. And thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.